Japan is under siege. Massive, unstoppable monsters known as kaijus have emerged, turning the nation into a battlefield humanity is losing. The military responds immediately, taking them down one by one, but each new monster grows stronger. This time, a kaiju emerges in the countryside, targeting critical power grids. Civilians are evacuated while the military sets up a forest outpost. A specialized team begins monitoring the creature. As the town is destroyed by an unseen force, the military realizes the enemy is completely invisible. The team realizes that the kaiju's skin can manipulate visible light, rendering even advanced laser weapons completely useless. The creature reaches a second power grid. Then they realize the kaiju isn't just destroying, it's feeding. It begins consuming electricity, growing stronger every second, reducing entire areas to rubble. The military launches a barrage of missiles, but the kaiju instantly fires a beam, destroying them midair. With options running out, a kaiju specialist named Shinji suddenly notices something horrifying. A young boy is still trapped within the danger zone. He rushes in to save him. A mysterious object is detected hurtling toward Earth at blinding speed. It crashes into the battlefield, sending out a shockwave that knocks the kaiju across the field and leaves Shinji unconscious as he shields the boy. The soldiers stare in disbelief. From the smoke, a gigantic humanoid rises. Ultraman. The kaiju fires energy beams, but they have no effect. Unfazed, Ultraman walks forward, absorbing the energy. The kaiju turns invisible and retreats toward the mountains. He raises his hand into the sky. An immense power gathers around him, and in the next moment, Ultraman unleashes a devastating blast that completely obliterates the surrounding mountains. The beam strikes the kaiju directly. A massive explosion follows, shaking the entire region. In one attack, Ultraman destroys both the monster and the mountain. The giant pauses, observing the destruction. He flies into the sky, vanishing from radar. Surprisingly, Shinji survives the chaos and manages to carry the young boy to safety. But back at base, something feels off. His teammates, especially Asami, quickly notice it. Shinji isn't the same anymore. His behavior, his habits, even the way he carries himself has changed. It's subtle but unmistakable. Before they can dig deeper into it, disaster strikes again. A second kaiju suddenly appears, launching an attack on a nearby city. The military immediately mobilizes, stationing the team at a nearby base as they try to understand why this creature has emerged. The answer comes quickly, and it's terrifying. The kaiju is heading straight for a nuclear facility. Its goal? To consume nuclear waste. But if it breaches the plant, the resulting damage could be catastrophic for the entire region. As the monster burrows underground toward the facility, the Japanese government is forced to take extreme measures, calling in American forces armed with specialized bombs. Airstrikes begin, explosives rain down, but nothing works. The creature doesn't slow down. Eventually, the Americans are forced to retreat, completely out of ammunition. And now, with no options left, even the Japanese government begins to run out of ideas. Suddenly, the ground erupts. The kaiju bursts out from beneath the surface, continuing its advance as it crosses mountains and heads straight for its target. With no other choice, the team prepares to intercept it on foot. But that's when Asami notices something alarming. Shinji is gone. Alone, he sprints through the forest and pulls out a mysterious device. A blinding transformation takes place, and Shinji becomes the silver giant once again, but this time, his body is marked with glowing red patterns. Ultraman has returned. The soldiers watch in shock as the towering figure launches into the sky. The kaiju reaches the nuclear facility, ready to strike, but just before it can act, Ultraman arrives. Spinning through the air, he delivers a powerful kick that sends the monster flying like a rag doll. But the fight is far from over. Enraged, the kaiju retaliates immediately, attacking with relentless force and slamming Ultraman into the facility walls. It tries to pierce through him, causing further damage to the structure itself. Ultraman reacts quickly, striking back and knocking the creature across the field. Seizing the moment, he grabs the kaiju's tentacles, spins it into the air, and hurls it straight into the mountains. The kaiju rises again, this time revealing its full face, roaring in pure fury. A massive beam of energy erupts from the monster, blasting straight toward Ultraman. But in a shocking turn, Ultraman blocks it and begins absorbing the energy itself as he moves closer. As the battle drags on, the red patterns on Ultraman's body begin turning green. His power is fading. Closing the distance in a final burst, Ultraman lands a devastating punch that slams the kaiju into the ground. Without hesitation, he lifts the enormous creature onto his back and leaps into the sky. They rise beyond the atmosphere until they vanish beyond the atmosphere, carrying the battle away from Earth itself. Watching from below, the people finally understand Ultraman isn't their enemy. He's their protector. Back at base, they're met with one final shock. Shinji is back, standing there as if nothing ever happened, just like the moment he disappeared. The team rushes back to uncover the truth behind the silver giant. By now, news of Ultraman has spread worldwide. They search for anything explaining his origin. Every computer shorts out, years of research vanish instantly. A mysterious entity, Zarab, appears before them. He introduces himself as an alien, like Ultraman, and requests to meet the Prime Minister. Zarab restores every erased file instantly. He claims he's on humanity's side. The Prime Minister agrees to meet him. He offers advanced technology to defeat the kaijus in exchange for control over Japan. Shinji immediately senses something is wrong. But before he can go far, Zarab finds him. Zarab was never here to help. His goal is to create global conflict, using Japan to spark war and wipe out humanity. He's knocked unconscious and captured. Not long after, chaos erupts once again. Reports flood in. Ultraman is attacking a city. The military launches a full-scale assault. Missiles and bombs are fired at the giant, but it has no effect. They sign Zarab's contract to stop Ultraman, but behind the scenes, the truth is far darker. Shinji regains consciousness in a hidden location, face to face with Zarab. Zarab is impersonating Ultraman. He's using the hero's identity to turn the entire world against him, positioning himself as the true savior. Zarab has also leaked footage of Shinji transforming into Ultraman, exposing him to the world and turning him into a wanted criminal overnight. Now, both Shinji and Ultraman are seen as enemies of humanity. However, there's one thing Zarab didn't account for: Asami. She has received Ultraman's transformation device, the Beta Capsule, secretly sent to her by Shinji himself. Asami is soon approached by Shinji's partner, who reveals something crucial. He's managed to trace Shinji's location. Before being captured, Shinji had left behind subtle ink marks on the ground, a trail meant to be followed. Asami sets out to find him. Meanwhile, chaos continues to unfold in the city as the fake Ultraman launches yet another attack, spreading fear and destruction everywhere. But Asami stays focused. Following the trail, she finally locates Shinji. Rushing inside, she frees him from the chair restraining him. Without hesitation, she hands back the Beta Capsule and pleads with him, "Stop the imposter before more people get hurt." But before Shinji can even respond, everything changes. A massive hand suddenly smashes into the building, grabbing Asami and lifting her into the air like a helpless doll. The fake Ultraman towers above, holding her effortlessly. Shinji immediately transforms. In a flash of light, Ultraman appears, standing tall against the imposter. Seeing Asami in danger, he acts instantly, striking the enemy and forcing him to release her. Asami is thrown into the air, but Ultraman catches her safely, gently lowering her back to the ground before turning his full attention to the fight. The two giants clash, their battle shaking everything around them. Blow after blow they collide, but this time, Ultraman has the upper hand. Unable to keep up, the imposter tries to escape, flying into the sky. But Ultraman doesn't let him get far. He fires a powerful blast, striking the enemy mid-air and sending him crashing into a nearby building with tremendous force. The fake Ultraman begins to change and reverts back to his true form, Zarab. Ultraman arrives in front of him once again, ready to end it. But Zarab isn't done yet. Using his abilities, he briefly stuns Ultraman and takes off into the sky. High above the city, the two clash once again, battling furiously in mid-air. But this time, Ultraman gains the advantage. He fires his signature beam, forcing Zarab onto the defensive. And in that split second, Ultraman strikes. He launches a razor-sharp energy disc, slicing Zarab clean in half. The alien is completely destroyed. Below, people watch in disbelief as Ultraman soars across the sky, saving humanity once again. But this victory comes at a cost. Now, everyone knows. Ultraman's true identity is Shinji. Instead of relief, fear takes over. The government immediately begins searching for him, treating him as a potential threat. His entire team is suspended, cut off from everything. The team captain receives shocking news, forcing them all to rush into the streets. What they see is unimaginable. Another giant stands before them. But this time, it's not a kaiju, it's Asami. The moment they see her, something feels wrong. Her eyes are empty, her movements unnatural. She doesn't respond to anyone, not even her own teammates. It's as if she's completely under someone's control. And then, she raises her arm. With a single motion, she attacks a nearby building, sending debris crashing down and forcing civilians to flee in terror. But before the destruction can continue, a voice echoes across the sky. Cold, calm, dominating. This was only a demonstration and a warning. Ultraman is not the only one who can become a giant. Asami weakens and collapses unconscious. They restrain her, stopping further destruction, but they can't bring her back to normal. A man appears behind them. He introduces himself as Mephiles. Like Zarab, he's an alien. He was the one who turned Asami into a giant. He has the same technology as Ultraman. Asami instantly shrinks back to normal. She regains consciousness, but remembers nothing. Mephiles offers the beta box to turn soldiers into giants if he rules Japan. With this power, Japan could dominate the entire world. He reluctantly agrees. Mephiles tracks down Shinji. When Ultraman first arrived on Earth, the shockwave from his landing accidentally killed Shinji, but Ultraman chose to save him. He fused with Shinji's body, reviving him, breaking his planet's laws. Humans can be weaponized using the beta box and plans to build an army. Shinji refuses. No matter the cost, he won't allow that to happen. But Mephiles simply smiles, because it doesn't matter anymore. Humanity has already agreed, and there's nothing Ultraman can do to stop it. Mephiles is declared Prime Minister. He presents the beta box, the very power he promised. A massive hand reaches in and grabs it. Ultraman, he's here, transforming into a giant to face Ultraman. The two giants leap apart, creating distance. Ultraman strikes first, launching a spinning energy disc toward Mephiles. But it does nothing. Mephiles counters immediately, firing a powerful laser beam. Ultraman barely manages to deflect it in time. Then, in a flash, Mephiles closes the gap. With a brutal kick, he sends Ultraman crashing into a building. Before he can recover, Mephiles grabs him and slams him into the ground. Both giants struggle for control, trading heavy blows, but neither gains a clear advantage. Close combat isn't enough. At the same moment, they pull back and unleash their full energy. Two overwhelming forces collide head-on. The tide begins to turn. Mephiles slowly gains the upper hand. Ultraman's power starts fading. His human body can't keep up anymore. The energy sustaining him begins to run out, and for the first time, defeat feels inevitable. Just as Mephiles is about to finish him, he stops. They're being watched. Mephiles pulls back, his expression changing completely. He calmly declares that he's no longer interested in conquering Earth, as if something far more important has taken his attention. Ultraman, confused but alert, makes a choice. He returns the beta box. Mephiles takes it and vanishes into the sky. The Kaiju research team arrives at the scene, searching desperately for Shinji, but all they witness is Ultraman disappearing into nothingness. Gone. Ultraman travels back to the very place where Shinji once died, the place where everything changed. There, he reflects on his decision to merge with a human, to break the laws of his own kind. And then, the truth reveals itself. The one who interrupted the battle was Zophi, an alien from Ultraman's own planet. He didn't come to help. He came to bring Ultraman back and to pass judgment for breaking their sacred law. But that's not all. Zophi has already made his decision. Humanity is too dangerous. With their ability to use the beta capsule, they've become a threat that cannot be ignored. And so, he plans to erase them completely by unleashing Zeton, a weapon so powerful it can destroy not just Earth, but the entire solar system. Ultraman refuses to accept it. He argues that Zophi is wrong, that humanity isn't just a threat, they are capable of good. He's seen it himself in Shinji's sacrifice to save a child. That's proof enough. And so, Ultraman makes his decision. If Zeton is coming, he'll stop it alone, even if it costs him his life. Soon after, something appears in Earth's atmosphere. A strange object floating silently above the planet. And then, it begins to grow, expanding, transforming, until it becomes a colossal mechanical entity hovering over Earth. Zeton. Unaware extinction is near, Shinji returns to his team one last time, revealing the truth. Zeton isn't just a weapon, it's a force capable of wiping out everything. Even humanity's entire nuclear arsenal wouldn't be enough to stop it. Shinji leaves behind a file. He steps outside and transforms. Ultraman rises once more, soaring into the sky toward the approaching destruction. The final battle begins. Reaching Zeton, Ultraman attacks with everything he has, launching multiple energy blades, striking with relentless force. But Zeton responds instantly. It fires devastating bombs, overwhelming and precise. Ultraman struggles to defend himself, using every last bit of energy just to survive the assault. But it's not enough. Zeton is too powerful, and in a crushing blow, Ultraman is struck, sent hurtling back toward Earth. Ultraman comes crashing down through the atmosphere, his strength completely drained. Mid-fall, he reverts back into Shinji and plunges straight into the ocean below. Miraculously, Shinji survives, but just barely. Already weakened from the previous battle, he's left in critical condition, his body pushed far beyond its limits. As this unfolds, the Prime Minister and the rest of the world receive devastating news. Ultraman has failed. And with Zeton still looming above Earth, charging up its final attack, humanity begins to realize a terrifying truth. There's nothing left they can do. But just as all hope seems lost, Shinji's team makes a discovery. Going through the files he left behind, they uncover something extraordinary. Ultraman has shared the equation behind the beta capsule, and it's not just information, it's a solution. They quickly figure out a plan. Instead of destroying Zeton, they can open a portal in space and send it into another dimension, far away from Earth. A desperate gamble, but their only chance. At the same time, Shinji regains consciousness. Weak but alive, he listens as his team explains everything. There's just one problem. Only Ultraman can open the portal, and if he does it, there's a high chance he'll be pulled in as well, meaning this mission is a one-way trip. Shinji doesn't hesitate. For him, the choice is simple. Humanity is worth more than his life. Without wasting another moment, he steps outside. One last time, he says goodbye to his friends. Then, he transforms. Ultraman rises again, flying straight toward the atmosphere, toward Zeton, toward his final battle. As he approaches the massive weapon, he channels what little energy he has left and opens a portal to another dimension. A swirling void forms in space, and without slowing down, Ultraman charges straight at Zeton. He breaks through its defenses and forces the colossal machine into the portal. Zeton is dragged in, but the pull is too strong. Ultraman tries to escape, fighting against the immense gravitational force. He struggles to break free, but his energy runs out, and in the final moment, he's pulled in as well. The portal closes. Humanity watches, realizing what happened. Zeton is gone. The Earth is saved, but so is Ultraman. Shinji is gone. He survived. At the last possible second, Zophie intervened and saved him. Zophie changes his mind. Seeing Shinji's sacrifice, he decides not to destroy Earth. Instead, he gives Shinji a second chance. Ultraman chooses to remain behind, allowing Shinji to live again, reviving him and leaving Earth with a protector for the future. Shinji opens his eyes, surrounded by his friends, alive and back where he belongs. So, what do you think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.